This week on Premier Preps, our top two boys hoops teams, Modesto Christian and Lincoln, square off in the 209. Small school girls action between Sac Adventist and Faith Christian, and big soccer league races between Inderkum and Woodcreek girls and Dixon and Woodland boys. Plus, Del Oro softball is taking a digital detox to raise mental health awareness. You are watching Premier Preps. Welcome to another episode of Premier Preps. I'm your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, especially with this special start time this week. This way, we give you a chance to get your Premier Preps fix in before you go watch the Super Bowl today. And we've got a great show for you. We start with a banger on the boys' basketball court. Now, normally we've kept our coverage to the greater Sacramento area, but we also like to include all Sac Joaquin section teams in our weekly top 10 rankings. And this matchup was too good not to drive down to the 209. The top two teams in our most recent boys hoops top 10, Modesto Christian and Lincoln. Two standard bearers in the 209 met up in the Division I section finals last year. Both teams are back strong as ever, and we had a banger on Wednesday night in Stockton. You're about to see exactly why we've got Modesto Christian and Lincoln of Stockton as number 1 and 2 in the section. The two titans of the 209 going head-to-head, and it was a doozy. First quarter, Gavin Sykes getting off to a hot start, and he would not let up off the gas pedal. But Lincoln comes back the other way as Donnez Lindsay goes behind the back with the reverse lay-in. Fancy like Applebee's on a date night. We're all square at 15 after 1. Second quarter, Miles Jones is a magician with the basketball. He connects from deep. And then sophomore teammate Trevor Dixon with the quick catch and release. 3 triples on the night for Dixon. But Lincoln's senior leader Anthony Moore closes out the half with a nice little jump shot off the dribble, but MC still leads 33-29 at the break. Now, two things leveled up in the third quarter: the game pace and the volume inside the gym. Donnez Lindsay with the strip, and he goes in for the dip. Lincoln starts a run. Anthony Moore off the dribble. He finds freshman Trey Simmons underneath. The Trojans go on a 10-2 run to open the third. But Gavin Sykes was packing his silencer on Wednesday. This three quiets the crowd for a bit, but not for long, because Jagger Marola comes back the other way, going hard in the paint, giving everyone tickets to the gun show, and Lincoln takes a 1-point lead into the fourth. More Marola in the fourth. Jagger got the moves like Jagger. That one gets everybody fired up. And then Jagger on the assist now to former Crusader Isaiah Davis, who buries the three against his old team. His new team's got a 6-point lead in the fourth. But here is where the duel begins. Modesto Christian's Gavin Sykes versus Lincoln's Anthony Moore. Ding, ding, ding. These two were going blow for blow in the fourth quarter, and it was so fun to watch two of the section's best go tit for tat in a game with high stakes. We're all tied up with 30 seconds to go when Moore gives Lincoln the lead with this bucket right here. But Sykes and Modesto Christian would not be denied. 5 seconds to go in regulation. Sykes just knows he's unguardable right now. He gets all the way to the cup and beats the buzzer, and we are headed to OT. In the extra period, Sykes in trouble down low, but he finds Elijah Payne in the corner. I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. And Elijah makes it rain. Crusaders take a 3-point lead, but the Weber State-bound Anthony Moore goes right back to work. He had 13 of his team-high 23 in the fourth quarter and OT. But Gavin Sykes had 15 of his game-high 34 during that span. He was a man possessed down the stretch, and Modesto Christian wins its NorCal record 29th straight league championship in an instant classic.
Really just down the stretch, my team most needs me. Late fourth quarter, when my team needs me the most, I'm just going to step up to the plate. That's it. We made a statement that we're the best. We go back to back to back to back.
Time now for our Big Picture Top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. This local family-owned business has captured great action photos for more than a decade, and through Premier PREPS has a great deal for you. When you visit LENIE'Spictures.com, check for your game's photo gallery and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads. That's exclusive to Premier PREPS. And so are the latest Big Picture Top 10 boys basketball rankings presented by LENI'S Pictures. To the girls' pitch now, where the Capital Valley Conference has been narrowed to two teams, Inderkum and Woodcreek. This is the sixth straight season where either the Tigers or the Timberwolves will bring home the CVC crown. Speaking of cats and dogs, it was raining cats and dogs for most of Tuesday night, but the rain let up just in time for Woodcreek and Inderkum to battle it out for the CVC title. Inderkum has a better win percentage, but Woodcreek comes in with the 24-22 points advantage in the CVC standings. Both teams looking to claim the league crown. Here we go. About 5 minutes into the game, Gabby McCarthy with the steal. She pokes it ahead to Ava Klontz, who's going to take a quick shot, but Audrey Cox says you got to be a little quicker than that. But Woodcreek has another chance. Maddie Cessna looks inside for Klontz. This time, Audrey Cox gets a little help from Shea Romero, who slows it down, and we're still scoreless through 20 minutes. But the Timberwolves would keep Audrey Cox busy in the first half. Klontz going to give it one more try, but Cox was up to the task, keeping a clean sheet in the first half. Tigers with a corner on the other end. Shea Romero tries for the header. We've seen her do that before. But Woodcreek keeper McKenna Tapia, the Ottawa University commit, is there to squash the attack. And after the first 40, we are scoreless. To the second half, Inderkum with a decent look. Layla Tavares down low to Jasmine Jacobson. But Samantha Maytanes is there. She's committed to Santa Barbara City College, a two-goalie luxury for Woodcreek. Tavares is going to give it another look for Indy. She lets it fly, but it goes off the corner post. Probably the best look of the night for Inderkum. As Woodcreek comes back the other way, Jocelyn Piercy working hard, but Jackie Marr is step for step to knock it away. Jackie had a nice defensive game on Tuesday. One last look for the Tigers. Grizz Cruz Martinez plays it in. A couple of Tigers have a look at it, but Saiva Sandhu helps her keeper out and clears it from danger. A nice play from the Woodcreek back line. Time winding down for the Timberwolves. You got to go toward the net, but that's easy work for Ava Graff. A good game from both teams. I still think 0-0 ties should be abolished, but both teams ended this game still alive for the Capital Valley Conference title, with the regular season wrapping up on Monday. Several teams will finish up the regular season on Tuesday this week, and we will have playoff games starting as early as Friday. So let's take a look at our current Premier PREPS girls soccer top 10 as we head into the postseason. It seems all too often that spending too much time on social media can lead to mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, even suicide, especially among teens. But As we head into the spring sports season, the Del Oro softball team is putting down their smartphones for 30 days to take a digital detox for mental health. This is part one of a two-part story. We live in a society where we spend a lot of time looking at our phones, in particular on social media.
I mean, I've definitely, as soon as, I post something, it's like I'm checking it constantly and, seeing, how many likes it has and stuff. So I think, and also, when I take a picture, I want to see what I look like and just, constantly over-analyzing.
Social media can be a big part of that, and it's just a lot more access than we need.
Even just, in travel, softball, or, I did flag football, just comparing myself to other people, even college girls, it's just... So, social media is really a mental health killer.
People just need to separate the reality with social media and realize that it's not all real and it isn't the truth of what everything is going on.
But the Del Oro softball team is taking a break to look up with a 30-day digital detox that began with a special fundraiser and awareness campaign on January 31st.
Tonight we're going to be turning in our phones for 30 days. It's a trial to see how it affects our mental health.
All of our kids are putting down their cell phones for 30 days. Going to do a cell phone detox, no TikTok, no Instagram, no Facebook. Well, that'd be grandma. So it'd be everything else.
In exchange for their smartphones, each player was given an old-fashioned flip phone to communicate for the 30-day digital detox.
The flip phone's pretty hard to figure out, or you feel like you got them?
Just texting on them takes me 20 minutes to type hello. I was very intuitive with it. I flipped it open and I figured out how the keys worked and all the apps. I was pretty good. I was happy.
Local law enforcement and first responders, including Sergeant Daniel Stokes and Detective Patrick Craven of the Placer County Sheriff's Office, and Yuba City Fire Chief Jesse Alexander helped participate in a panel discussing the dangers of a prominent fentanyl epidemic. And members of the San Francisco Giants organization joined the panel as well to discuss the importance of mental health, including reporter Amy Gutierrez, team psychologist Dr. Shayna Alexander, team ace Logan Webb, and former player Drew Robinson, who has become a strong mental health advocate after surviving a suicide attempt in 2020.
Mental health is something that shows up in so many different ways from so many different triggers, and so whether it be the social media, the substance abuse or poisoning, or just simply neglecting our emotions and our feelings, sometimes those things add up to a pretty heavy weight that we might be carrying around. And so if there's any way that we can encourage them to live a little bit more stable, neutral kind of lifestyle, that's all that's really needing to happen, and hopefully we can do that after tonight.
Logan Webb, who graduated from nearby Rockland High School, lost his cousin Cade in 2021 to fentanyl, just days before Logan's wedding.
I grew up in this community from Rockland, and just seeing kind of what's been happening it's scary. So trying to get the message out and just show the dangers and also help out with some mental health stuff. I think they kind of coexist with each other. So it's stuff that I wish I learned when I was younger. So I'm just trying to get that message out.
As for the Del Oro softball team, after hearing about the dangers of fentanyl and the anxiety and pressure that can stem from social media, most are eager to see what positives will come from this digital detox.
I think, honestly, as a team, we're going to get so much closer because we're all going through it together. The bonds, we already started a group chat on our flip phones.
I would love to say that all of our mental health will be better. We're going to get better sleep, and just physically and mentally, our health will be better. But I also hope that it helps us have a better season this year and win a few more games.
I want to get closer to God for sure, and I'm really going to focus on my grades and hopefully, do the best I can.
Finding out more about myself, just who I am, separated from social media and my phone.
They were a little bit apprehensive, to say the least. I would say in the beginning there were more naysayers because most of the time they spent looking for a reason why not. They were tasked with a problem. Now they're going to endeavor that problem and they're going to come through it, and it's going to be amazing.
From Del Oro High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. Shout out to the San Francisco Giants organization for taking the time to visit multiple schools and talk about mental health. Del Oro held an auction with signed memorabilia to help raise funds to install stadium lights for the Golden Eagles softball field. Premier Preps will follow up with Del Oro softball once the 30-day digital detox is done and see what kind of effects came from a world without social media. And by the way, if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or feeling suicidal, there are several resources available, including the National Suicide Lifeline, to which you can call or text 988. Remember, it's okay to not be okay, and get the help that you need.
Can't get enough high school sports in Sacramento? Well, Premier Preps has got you covered like no one else. You want game highlights? We got you. You want local insight? We got you. You want inspirational feature stories? We've got you. How about exclusive interviews with prominent players and coaches in the area? We got you. Scores, updates, top plays, and much, much more every Sunday at 5 o'clock during the high school season on YouTube. We look back at the week that was and keep you updated on who's got next. So follow along on social media and subscribe on YouTube to Premier Preps with me, Nick Pecoraro, because it's giving Sacramento high school sports the coverage it deserves.
Well, Premier Preps doesn't discriminate against the small schools, and this week's girls hoops matchup brings us to Yuba City to check out the top-ranked Division VI team in Faith Christian, which features the section's leading scorer in junior Lauren Harris, who might end up with the all-time California record for three-pointers by the time her career is done. The Lions entered Thursday at 21-2, looking to wrap up the Sacramento Metro Athletic League title against Sac Adventist, the team that beat Faith Christian in the D6 finals last season. The Lions and the Capitals on Thursday night.
A lot of basketball people think that we're looking at a section finals rematch between Sac Adventist and Faith Christian in a couple weeks at Golden One Center. For now, we get the Lions and the Capitals in league play. Here we go. Right off the opening tip, a great start for Faith Christian as Mia Bryan gets a layup 3 seconds into the game. The Capitals answer back, though, as Michaela Meza knocks one down from deep. But if you don't know about Lauren Harris, you're going to learn today. She just happens to lead the entire section in scoring at 29 points per game, and it's because she can do that. More on her later. Sac Adventist hit 4 threes in the first quarter. Gwen Rosick had 2 of them, but Faith Christian would take an 18-13 lead after 1 as Lauren Harris finds Presley Berry for the hoop and the harm. Second quarter, Harris once again finds Berry on the outlet, and then check out this move from Harris. Bringing the ball up, this is a textbook UTEP two-step, the pull-up 3, and by the look on her face, even she knew that was nasty. But the Caps clap back as Gwen Rosick feeds Bella Placea underneath. But it's just so hard to stop Lauren Harris when she's feeling it. So much range, and Faith Christian starts to create some separation now. Harris also had her court vision goggles on, this time with a dime down low to Presley Berry. And then Berry in the giving mood now. She hits Mia Bryan up court. Bryan had a huge game, 18 points on Thursday, just 4 off of her season high. Lions in the first half with a bang. Presley Berry in the corner, splish, splash. Faith leads by 24 at the half. So the third quarter we go. Sac Adventist starts knocking some shots down. Jasmine Rodriguez buries a 3 from straight away. And then Michaela Meza continues her hot shooting. She had 3 triples on Thursday. But once again, Lauren Harris had the answer for everything. 7 threes on Thursday. She's closing in on the state record for career three-pointers, by the way. 25 points in total, but Faith is far from a one-woman show. Presley Berry added 21 on Thursday, and fueled by that section finals loss a year ago, Faith Christian looks like a team destined to get back to Golden One.
I just want to win. I do not like to lose, especially because we lost to this team last year, and that's been on my mind for almost a year now. and I don't want to lose ever again. So that's my mindset. I just go out, do whatever I can to win. If I need to pass, I'll pass. If I need to shoot, I'll shoot. Rebound, anything, as long as we with the win.
Time now for our big picture girls basketball top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Hey, if you haven't already ordered your custom team and individual banners yet, then right now is the perfect time to do so through LENIE'Spictures.com. Any sport, any school, any occasion, tell them Premier PREPS sent you. Let's take a look at our big picture top 10 girls basketball rankings presented by LENI'S Pictures.
LENI'S Pictures is your go-to site for priceless photos and memorabilia. This local family business has captured great action shots for a decade, but there's so much more to offer with a personalized touch for team and individual photos, game day galleries, banners, yard signs, festive mementos for senior nights, team banquets, or even just to cheer your kid on at their games, all 100% custom made by LENI'S Pictures, any student, any season, any occasion. So make those memories last forever and visit LENI'Spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier PREPS. That's LENI'Spictures.com, your official photography sponsor for Premier PREPS.
Only a handful of teams in the Sac Joaquin section entered the final week of the regular season with a 0 still in the loss column. One of them being the Woodland Wolves. Having one of the best seasons in program history, Woodland has yet to win a section championship. But all that could change this year as the Wolves are the top-ranked team in Division 4. And Friday night's opponent, the Dixon Rams, are tied for the second most Sac Joaquin section championships in history with 7. The top 2 teams in the Golden Empire League wrap up their regular season on Friday night.
Woodland looking to finish its regular season unbeaten, but its chief rival in the GEL, the Dixon Rams, might have had something to say about that on Friday night. Here we go. First half, Dixon with an early look. That's Xavier Zuniga with a bullet, but it goes off the crossbar and Woodland is able to avoid early trouble. Back the other way, the Wolves' Jorge Gutierrez on a free kick, going for the goal, but Anthony Ortiz puts a lid on it. Good keeper play in the first half from both teams. Dixon has a shot from point-blank range, but Damian Renteria comes out for the denial, and we are scoreless after the first 40 minutes. But things pick up in the second half. Xavier Zuniga gets taken down inside the box. He's going to go ahead and take the PK, and Zuniga cashes this check, and Dixon takes a 1-0 lead just a few minutes into the second half. Woodland trying to answer back with the quickness. Isaac Aguirre fires, but Anthony Ortiz was just a brick wall on Friday. Rams with another chance as Orion Ortiz with a nice ball for Zuniga, but a collision with the Woodland keeper leaves the net open, and David Lupercio is there for the chip shot, and all of a sudden, Dixon has the unbeaten Wolves on the ropes. Another penalty kick later in the half. This time Zuniga is denied by Damian Renteria. A huge stop, but he would have to come out of the game with an apparent leg injury, and that led to this. Dixon puts the finishing touches as Miguel Nevarez feeds Fernando Cabrera for the freaking laser beam. Dixon hands Woodland its first loss of the season. Now, despite the loss, the Wolves still finish with the Golden Empire League title, but Dixon finishes the regular season with some huge momentum entering the playoffs.
It's always a good feeling to win, but we still got playoffs, and there's still lots for us to go to hopefully go out and get a section title. That's our goal.
The Sac Joaquin section postseason begins on Friday, so let's take a look at the final regular season boys soccer top 10. Infinite Performance Physical Therapy brings you our plays of the week every week here on Premier Preps. Hey, we all know that Dr. Janae Young is deeply embedded into this local high school sports community with sports-specific training that will keep you on track toward all of your fitness goals. And also, if you're watching this and you just came off of an injury or just had surgery and are in need of rehab, make sure that you connect with Infinite Performance Physical Therapy. They will help you get back on your journey back to the game. Don't forget, you can send me Plays of the Week nominees each week here on social media. Just tag me with a short clip. Let me know what's going on with the play. If you've got a highlight-worthy play, we want to feature you on Premier Preps, even if I'm not at your game. Here's who we've got this week in our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week.
Okay, this is a great story from Escalon. Sam Jimenez is a stud athlete who's missed his entire football and basketball seasons with a torn ACL. He's still not cleared to play, but on senior night, both teams agreed to one possession to get Sam a touch, and he absolutely nails it. Nothing but net on his one and only possession of his senior year. Talk about making the most of your opportunities. We wish Sam a speedy recovery and hope to see him ball out somewhere at the next level. Man, what a moment. That's good stuff right there. We go to Faith Christian, where the section's leading scorer, Lauren Harris, goes crisscross applesauce for the pull-up three. That was just filthy right there. Last week, we featured Elliot Schwartz of John Adams Academy. Well, she's back from injury and picking right up where she left off. Between the legs on the layup? Quit playing with your food. Good to see Elliot back on the court. And finally, we go to Lincoln of Stockton. Jagger Marola on the break. Release the Kraken. Jagger throws it down, and that is your Infinite Performance Play of the Week.
What's up, Infinite family? We have something new for you guys for 2025. We finally teamed up with My PT Hub and created the ultimate all-inclusive Infinite app. Within the app, you'll be able to purchase memberships, book and cancel sessions, and purchase online go-at-your-own-pace programs. Something new we're adding this year is becoming an Infinite Virtual Athlete, where you have custom programs built for you with video demonstrations to ensure you are doing the exercises properly. I'm super excited for this new addition and being able to create Infinite built athletes no matter where you are in the world.
That's it for this week's episode of Premier Preps. Thank you, as always, for hanging out, especially on Super Bowl Sunday. We are 25 episodes into this season, and things are about to heat up as soccer playoffs begin this Friday, and we wrap up the regular season basketball, and Premier Preps is going to be all over it. Make sure you tune in and follow along on social media. Thank you for watching Premier Preps. I'm Nick Pecoraro.